Okay, so first up, residential customer service. We have the category for the most booked calls in 2023. The recipient of that award is Caitlin Petrie. The next award is most Estes service agreements sold in a year, and the recipient of that award is Horace Middlebrooks. Horace. As Horace makes his way to the stage, Horace sold 554 agreements in 2023. Next award for the residential customer service is standout performer, and the recipient of that award is Joanna Mahia. Joanna won this award. And the next award is for the residential dispatcher of the year. I call him Captain, you call him Stephen Lee. Stephen Lee. Alrighty, for the next award, it is Master Commercial Installer. And the recipient of that award is one Richard Lewis. The next award is for Master Commercial Installer, and it's Richard's brother, PJ, but unfortunately PJ is sick tonight, so he could not join us. But PJ was responsible for generating $2,990,361 in revenue in 23. Good job, PJ. So, Master Residential Installer, and the recipient of the Master Residential Installer for an installer who installed more than $2 million in 23 is Jared Wolfinger. All right, the next category for install is Champion Residential Installer, and each one of these gentlemen were responsible for installing more than $1.75 million in 2023. So as I call your name, please join us on stage. Frey Hernandez. Ruben Rosas. Carlos Rodriguez. Brandon Allison. Of $350,000 last year, and that is Jonah McClure. The next recipients are the Residential Service Champions, and that means that each of these gentlemen exceeded their annual budget of $700,000. The first recipient being Jacob Dindy. Our next service champion is Paul Kim. Next recipient, Daryl Watson. Next recipient is Lee Stewart. All right, the next category is Residential Service Master Technician. These gentlemen exceeded an annual budget of $900,000. And the first recipient is John Altermat. Next up is Tristan Bentley. Our next recipient is Jose Cervantes. The next master technician is Christian Higginbotham. Our next recipient is Jairus Watkins. And our Our last recipient of the Master Technician Award is Braden Rush. The next award is for Residential Service Technical Excellence. This one never ceases to amaze me. The hundreds and hundreds of calls that this gentleman ran last year, he had a recall rate of less than 0.5%. All right, the next award, this is basically the top residential service performer. So all forms of revenue that the service techs bring in, whether it be billable, maintenance agreement, equipment sales, we add them all together, and this year is by far the largest number ever, with a record of $2,823,380. The top residential service performer for 2023 is Jairus Watkins. The first recipient of the Commercial Service Excellence Award, Scott Akins. The next recipient is Atiq Saeed. Final recipient is Najib Habash. The next category in commercial service is the Service Excellence Award. So for all of the service calls that this next recipient ran in 2023, he had a recall percentage of 0.2%, and that is Atiq Saeed. All right, the next category is the top commercial service performer. This gentleman generated revenue in excess of $300,000 while maintaining a recall rate of 0.5%. And the recipient, I call him Nick Z, but I'm going to try it, Nicholas Zafaratos. We're going to move to the electrical division. And the next category is electrical technical excellence. This electrician ran 1,059 calls in 2023 and had a recall rate of 0.1%, and that is Britt Jones. Bill's going to remain on stage, and we're going to move to plumbing. So the next category is the plumbing technical excellence. This gentleman ran 987 calls and had a recall rate of 0.7%. And that gentleman is Logan Cumpy. There is a category for plumbing top performer. Unfortunately, he texted us at the last minute tonight and said that he could not make it due to illness. But Juan Cabrera, Director of Commercial Operations, and he joins us on stage. So we're going to recognize the commercial top sales performer for 2023. And it's one of our own that came up through Tech Builder, Mr. Dion Moore. So residential sales of over 3 million is the next category. And our recipient who sold over 3 million in 2023, Sam Rome. The next category to join us on stage is the recipient of sales over 4 million in 2023, and that's one Laverne Jackson. Sales top performer. We are proud to announce that we have our first ever over $5 million salesman. With 5.1 million sold in 2023, Justin Hancock. To join them and have fun with that. But as I close the event, I just want to truly thank everybody, thank the recipients. It's been my privilege to recognize and celebrate these achievements with you. And I look forward to doing this again next year in 2024. As I said, I'm the only thing between you, the band, the dance floor, and the bar. So have a fantastic